Hey everybody, sorry a quick delay on getting started. Welcome those who are already here. I guess it takes a second to actually show me who's here or how many people are here till it boots up. Oh, there we go. We got 4 people here already, so thanks guys. Welcome. So this is our blockchain after hours. Last week we did a little, I guess a little test and had started up a bot. It actually did really well, so we'll go and do a couple of things on that and show that off. And we got a little bit of a list of stuff we're going to try and get through as well. And yeah, so this is primarily focused on alchemy trades. For those of you who haven't been here before, we also do kind of talk about anything. So if you're interested in alchemy trades, obviously, and anything really, throw some questions down. You're happy to help control the conversation. On top of that, we have a little kind of run through of what we're going to try and get through. So so say hi to Hidden. Hidden, say hi.
How's it going, guys?
So he joins me every week where we go through stuff, and then we have some other people that end up joining us from time to time as well, sometimes from the alchemy team. I've actually had a couple of people approach me about coming on possibly on their own. So we might entertain that as well. It's really kind of open forum-ish. Like I said, just with a little bit of a focus on trading and specifically alchemy trades. So did you have anywhere you wanted to start? I see we talked about, and we did say we'd try and go through an actual walkthrough of setting up the bot. Yep. Did you want to do that, or do you want me doing that?
Is it easier for you to do it?
It doesn't matter. The nice thing is I think have a license I can use. So I don't know if I have it anymore. Do you have it?
That's a good question.
If you find it, there is a private chat I think you can go into where you might be able to see here if you can find it. I will see if I have it. I think I ended up keeping it by accident because I'm an idiot. Welcome, guys. Anybody has any questions, let me know. A little shout out, obviously, to Funny Turo for joining us. I appreciate you, and you're coming by all the time. And 7 Pint Wander, aka Brian Loftus, I see you there. Thanks, guys, for joining us. So we're going to try and do a little kind of a walkthrough of setting up a bot. We're going to try and stumble through that. I do have live videos going through it a little bit. Hey, Crypto Addict, thanks for joining. So I'll stumble through that hopefully for you guys if anybody does, and then you can come back to it because it has changed a little bit since I did my training videos on it. So we'll go through that. Is there anything else you wanted to chat about? Okay, we got to check my bot that I did. So my bot actually closed. So for those of you that were here last week, I opened up an XRP trading bot with Alchemy Trades. And I'm just trying to double check what I ended up putting in the bot at the time. So I'm just trying to go back to my old video and just see if I can find the actual where I launched it, which probably is right here. 0.84 BNB. Actually, that doesn't help us because I need to know what it was worth at the time. Peters, yeah, BTC has been doing well last little bit, so it obviously helped my trade, I believe, in some ways. Anything you want to jump into, Hidden? Sorry, you can go ahead and talk to
him. So as everybody knows, we got a huge bump on the market this past week into the weekend, and as you'll see once Justin gets his bot up and running here, and we can show you. Sounds like he did pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I did. So I'm just going to try
DCA bot and 3 commas in Kucoin. Hey, Ben, I'm not sure how new this information is, but I was actually informed that 3 commas was recently exploited. So I definitely would, kind of walk with... what's the expression? Watch out where you're walking, I guess.
Yeah, just travel with caution. I know that, and I have heard that actually as well from some other people, that the 3 comma ones are not necessarily the best way to go anymore, and they have been exploited, and people are losing some funds on it. I don't know the details, so I apologize. But yeah, the API, yeah, so he already knows about it. Perfect. So yeah, just something like that. And
pull up some trading stuff.
So I have my I thought I would have opened up my I don't want
so while you're doing that, next thing on our list was talking about ChatGPT, possibly showing some things, some different ways you can use it. Let me pull that up real quick now because it takes a second to load for whatever reason.
No worries.
And I'm also pulling up some trade and view stuff. I signed up for the free 30-day premium, and it is awesome.
Oh, of the
it's a little expensive.
Trade, what's that called?
Trade and view.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that too with some things happening right now.
All right, so let's
Chat
go
GPT is
ahead.
at max capacity allegedly. Interesting.
We will share screen and see what we can do, huh?
Yeah, you share it up there, and I will I'll put you in the thing while I'm trying to.
Tab. This one right here. All right.
There you are.
So as you can see, I've been messing around with trying to write some strategies to automate over on Trade and View. The strategies I'm writing, they're looking really good. I just can't figure out how to automate them, and it's very frustrating. So the biggest thing I've learned with Chat GPT is all about how you ask it questions. For example, I'll go right over here to one of my. So you write the script, and then you can tell it that you're getting these errors here, and it'll actually go through your script to a certain line that is shown that it's having an issue at, and it will tell you how to fix it and actually give you the correct code. One thing I've been running into is it lags and it actually stops partway through the script, and you just got to tell it to finish, and it will give you the rest.
Oh, interesting. Welcome, guys. I got a few more people in here, so if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them down below. Just going through Chat GPT for a little second.
Exactly, Fausto.
Yeah, Foster said you can train it before asking things.
The really annoying part about it, though, is it does not remember your previous chats.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, if for whatever reason I run into an issue on this one and it just stops, and then I have to reload and I go back in asking about it, and it will not remember what we were just talking about, and I have to go through it all over again, and it's very frustrating.
It's almost like it needs to allow you to set up your own server or something where you could store information.
Yeah. No, Brian, it's pretty much, if you have a question about something, we're more than open to talk about it. We do have a tiny little schedule that we're trying to stick to. Our last 3 or 4 episodes have kind of gone over the hour mark.
And today I've got to try and be careful with that. I'm running a little low on time lately. My life is getting a little bit nutty in a good way. But yeah.
So if you have any questions for either myself or Justin, don't be afraid to go ahead and post them. We'll put them up on the screen and try to answer the best we can.
So we will go up while we're waiting for stuff. We will go over, maybe I'll drop you off for a second. Okay, I figured this would come up. So as some of you might know, and I'll go through a quick thing, I'm now the content creator, I guess, if you will, as well as mod at PGV now. So they just had an AMA. I am going to do kind of like I said, a video either today, probably tomorrow, just about some of the updates. My immediate thoughts, I'm pretty excited about it. Some people are in the chat obviously going a little bit nutty because everybody wants everything for nothing. I know a lot of people are complaining about the whole 3K max inside the new USDC contract. But to me, the bots are going to be where it's at and where their focus is going to be. And that's where the better opportunity for numbers are going to be potentially, or returns. So still not a lot known about that yet. So I don't really want to go into that too much. But basically, there is a cap now on the USDC in number of users. And then the bot stuff hopefully come up soon. And right now we're just waiting for the transition of all the contracts into one. So yeah, so that's basically it. We'll see if any changes happen in the meantime. I wonder if he's going to increase that max, but who knows? Sorry, carry on, sir. Looks like you're showing some funky stuff.
Oh, forgot to unmute. No, you can continue on. I'm just getting set up for
okay.
What I wanted to show.
Yeah, and I did see that they somebody had posted that they're up to about 2040. So I mean, obviously that number might fill up quick with PGV, and it is what it is. And again, whether he decides to open that up a little bit further, I don't know. Right now, it's not like I don't really know anything more than you guys know within reason. I just am there to help present it because obviously a lot of people come into the chat and ask questions. So luckily, we've gotten a little better at the craziness inside the Discord, which I've appreciated since the videos that I've been doing. But obviously with the AMA, there's a lot more stuff that's happening right now. So hopefully once I get some time to put some new content out, we'll clean that up a bit. But and Fausto is just going through some stuff, I guess, on the chat. I'm assuming that was on Chat GPT, correct, about syntax and languages, but the code is not optimized. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still new, but it's still flipping cool.
It is. The fact that you can walk it through, giving you exactly what you want to do for a certain script is absolutely phenomenal. Like this one here, I forget which one I optimized it for. It's either the hours or the 30-minute. Maybe neither. Well, regardless, you can go through, you have it give you all of the different lines of code that you want, and you can be very specific about it too. And if you want to add something, you just say, hey, I want to add this. I'll do it right now. So we'll come back over here. So pretty much what I'm doing here is exactly as I typed in. A drawdown. I'll swing back over here.
Oh, and then you put that in, and then it automatically draws your line for you?
No, a drawdown is how much, like when you enter a trade, how far down it goes. I don't know why it's showing 0, to be honest with you. Let's try like ETH real quick.
Brian was just saying, the thing with TradingView is that you've been using it for a while now, and you constantly have to tweak the bot.
Yeah, it kind of gets annoying.
Yeah. Funny Toro. When is Alchemy Trades going to have a built-in AI trading bot based on Chat GPT?
At the moment, they're not looking into that, but does not mean it's something that they won't look into. All right, you see right here on this trade how it ended up positive. However, if you look over here to the right, the drawdown was 76 cents. That means when we entered this trade on the 15-minute mark on ETH, which I 100% would not say to do, it entered at 1524 here, exited at 1514 in a short. Means it went up 0.05%, which put us negative 76 cents, and then it came back down, and we ended out positive. So going back over here, of course, this is what I get every time. The frustrations of ChatGPT.
It's new.
I was trying to have it put a limit on the drawdown of 3.5% with a drawdown check, which means that when you entered this short right here, if this had shot up to 4%, it would have kicked you out of the trade to save you money. I wish I could find the other one I had, because I've been sitting here for hours on end tweaking the crap out of this, and now seems like it's gone. But
lots of
frustrating.
Fun.
Yeah.
But Brian obviously does some trading, so especially if you have to trigger on the candle closes, some of those shorts and end in losses.
Yep.
True story.
One thing I will say, and it's been reiterated time and time again on all the... Oh my God, where the hell is my chart?
It went away.
That was weird. One thing that's been reiterated on the TradingView strategy Discord I'm in, you never trade on the Heiken Ashi candles.
Oops.
And the reason for that is it's not a true value candle. It's the average of the time span and the previous candle. So these starts here are not actually the start of the candle. Started candle. This is the middle of a true candle, is the way it was explained to me.
Oh, interesting.
See,
because they're average. Yeah, that makes sense actually, because they're averages.
So if you're looking to get into any sort of trading, you can look at the HA candles. It makes viewing a lot easier because it shows the wicks easier, but you never actually want to trade off of them.
Oh, interesting, because they're not actually.
Hopefully that saves somebody money and time somewhere.
There you go. All right, so we'll hop over here for just a second. I don't want to remove that. Oh, there we go. And I didn't pull up. So basically, we had a trade, and I don't know if you've got any ideas on what we want to get into today, possibly. But so the one thing actually I did want to maybe go in with or chat with you about as well is so it looks like I didn't actually make a lot of B&B on it, and I think that might have been kind of the gap in the way it moved. Because I'm trying to look at it, it looks like I started with 0.951 B&B. So it's
you got to remember when you started the B&B. We actually have a screenshot of it here. I think you sent in our private trade or private group. So
that's true. Like I think we did mark it there.
Looks like you started at 0.419.
And now it's at
0.9629.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's what it would have been in my. So I'm actually looking at what's in my wallet. Sorry. So my wallet actually has had 0.95 when I started it, and now it has 0.9296. So it didn't have a massive jump. Obviously, the B&B had a massive jump, and so did XRP. But the actual bot itself didn't create that much more B&B. But it only was running for, I think, 2 days until it maxed out my grid. So, and I don't think I can show it, can I really?
No, not yet. V5, we will have the database where you can go back and look at all your previous trades.
Oh, that's awesome. So that'll give us a little better data when we're doing these kind of things. But right now it doesn't show a whole lot. So I don't know if we wanted to start a new grid with 250 again.
Dex, see what we got going on my favorites tab, huh? All right. Looks like Cake is moving.
It's always an easy one, but I'll need BUSD for that, eh? Good day.
You can do USDT. I believe it's BNB as well, and BUSD. So
any preference? So I don't know if you guys know, Ludo's in the house. He actually has a protocol called Dauntless that actually just launched. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ludo, the regular sales happening now because it was whitelist, I think, last night I got in.
Holy hell.
I know you didn't ask for a shout out. That doesn't mean I'm not going to give it to you. Goof. Take free shout outs when they happen. So if you have a second, I actually did a video on Dauntless. So if you do get a second, go check that out. And then if you have a moment, go by the Discord and say hi. But yeah, it's basically trading. They're doing a bunch of different things. And I don't want to go into too much details, but basically a few different trading opportunities and a lot of bot trading, including Shiny Jackals, I think through Warbots and a couple other ones. If you want to list a couple of them there, Ludo, go for it. Or if you have any surprise ones you want me to shout out, then put them there. I don't mind. Sorry, this is a boring screen that I have up, but I guess we're going to try.
So here, can we both share at the same time?
I know I cannot, but I can flip over to you.
All right, let me share real quick.
And I can go back and forth.
I just want to show you the
Hi, Galactic.
Cake is moving, man.
Like, should I get in this second? Can I do Cake B&B?
To be honest with you, you're gonna want to wait because
Oh.
You're about 10 points oversold right now.
Oh yeah, look at that. Damn it, we should have started this right at the start of the whole thing.
Right? Let's flip over to the actual candle, see where we're at though. Yeah. See how big of a difference that RSI was on the HAs versus the regular?
Oh yeah.
Like 5 points.
That's crazy.
Well,
and it's going
jumping
still.
Again.
Damn it.
Wow.
Well, that's okay. Happens. Can't win them all.
Nope. And I would not get on that one right now. I'd wait for it to come back down.
Yeah, exactly. Just wondering if there's something to start, because if every week we do one, at least gives everybody some track records to work with.
Yeah.
I think we've talked
one
about
thing
that
I am trying to get implemented in V5, maybe not right away, but later on, the ability to backtest, I think would be interesting if it's possible. I'm not sure if it's even possible.
Well, I know that Alchemy had backtesting going, but I think it's stuff he had to do separately. It wasn't built into the API.
I think so too. I think he built his own program that could do it for him.
Oh, okay. So we went through some of this stuff last time, but I mean, while you're going through it, I guess a lot of times when we're looking for pairs for Alchemy Trade, or for any trading really, I guess, if you will, you want to kind of look at the like you notice I'm organizing it by volume there, just because you want to see something that's actually got some movement, and then hopefully a decent liquidity, so you're not basically just selling your own bag.
By that'll help them too.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything is going up at the moment. Maybe this is another one that I like to look at occasionally. Wombat.
Yeah.
It's coming down. This might not be a bad catch right here, actually.
So Crypto Addict's just asking if there's copy trading in So we actually had Alchemy and Serge from Alchemy Trades on here last live. I think it was last one, eh? And we did
one before that, so 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, 2 maybe, yeah. So there is talk of that. It's definitely something they have. It's in his list of things, I guess, if you will. So there's definitely a desire to do that, because there is a bunch of guys that do quite well, Hidden being one of them. I was hoping to have, and I haven't seen a message back from him, but May also is another mod with Alchemy Trades who definitely has some skills. Oh, and he's got okay, he said he can't do it. So now we're just calling out everybody for fun, but so yeah, so definitely something that's in the pipeline, whether timeline, whatever, we don't really know that. Pardon me. So it'll take time to get that kind of stuff out, because that's pretty big, because it's this is a software, right? So it's on your computer. You're not trading necessarily, like it's software on your computer that sets things up, and then it goes through dexes. So there has to be stuff that goes in and out from your computer, which obviously creates security issues. So it's definitely something that has to be well thought out and stuff. But I do agree, Turo, it would be quite useful and quite nice.
Yep. So it is going to be implemented at some point.
Yeah, exactly. And keep in mind, like, this is a project that started out as just more of two guys deciding they wanted to create something for themselves to trade on crypto a little more effectively. And it's kind of grown into a neat little hobby/business, really, that is doing quite nicely, and has given a lot of us some pretty good little returns that you're in control of. And the really big bonus here is it's on decentralized exchanges, so you're trading your own money in your own wallet, as opposed to trading somebody else's money on a centralized exchange.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. And I totally might get you there, Galactics. I am not a programmer. I have done some dabbling. I like it, but unfortunately, I don't know enough to answer. If we had Alchemy or Serge here, they could probably be a little more, Sergey, they could probably be a little bit more informative for you. So I apologize. That's not my forte. I like talking about things. I love learning about things, but going that detailed is not for me. Or I would love to, but I don't have the skills yet. Traders on the platform. So this, so that's actually not really how it works. So basically, you have a license, and you buy a license, and you put it on your computer, and then you set up your own pairs. So basically, if I go over, are we thinking of trying Wombat?
We can look at that. I can. Do you want to go to a different chain?
I can bridge the money. It doesn't matter to me. It's whatever works. I guess we're probably not going to get a chance to actually do a fresh install today, but we might have to do that next time. But we'll have to maybe start with it, and we'll be ready to go, kind of thing. So it doesn't actually have traders, I guess, what I was getting at crypto. So basically when you go into, and I'll just pull it up for a second while you're looking, is inside here. This is the software. Now I've installed it onto a VPS, so it reacts a little bit slowly. But this is Alchemy Trades. Dexcalibur is where you can do your own trading. It's its own DEX. It does have the ability to trade faster. It gets things, so you have to add everything manually. So there's a little bit of work to it. But once you go to set up your grid, you're going to choose your pairs, which we'll try and do in a minute. So in this case, I had BNB and XRP, but I don't want to go into those right now because it's obviously on an up right now. You'd set your upper range, which I don't have should have pulled up a DEX. Just to show while you're puttering. If you need screen back hidden, let me know.
Nope, you're good. I'm still looking.
DEX. Just to give a little, I'm not going to actually start it up, but I'll just do an XRP BNB. So right now it's trading at around 42 cents. And when you pull back let me see if I can actually share what I'm looking at here. You guys might know some of this stuff, but and some of you, if you've been here before, I apologize. This might be a little repetitive, but it's always fun to go through some things. I wish I could set up multiple screens. Oh, seriously, I have to switch back and forth. There we go. Share. So when you're looking at XRP, for instance, you can back out a little bit, or you can kind of run in the channel. So basically you want to create a channel for yourself, a high and a low. So in this case, I could maybe keep with the couple of day channel that it's kind of veering in up and down. And I'm not going to, again, run this one, but I could put like 4.1 to 4.4 for my high and low. And so in which case I would go back into here. Oops, cancel. Share screen. And back over here. What did I say? I got to remember numbers now. So my upper range then would be the 44, or I guess 0.44. And the lower range would be, let's say 0.41. And once you do that, I didn't enter amount. So let's say 0.9. And grids. So this sets up a grid. So it's a grid trading bot. So it'll tell you how many grids you can do based on your gap and stuff. And right now this would be too small. So this is not how I'd want to optimally set this up. And then you'll check profits. And the thing here is you want to make sure you're not going to wreck yourself. So this shows that there's a really nice profit per grid of $71 on the funds that I'm trading. But unfortunately, it's very small because there's only 4 grids I'm trading between, so there's limited trading unless it does some pretty big bounces up and down. So different things you can play around with there. And let's go back over here. Go back to hidden and let him show stuff. Whoa, cake is on a tear.
Cake is flying right now, but I don't want to get in at the top.
Yeah. So the nice thing with
I'm thinking
you're not trading against anybody. You're trading basically for yourself. We did some fun things back in the day when Optimus was running. We were trading, and all of us were trading Optimus. So there was, I don't know, I think we had 300 licenses, I think, and I'm sure 80% of us were trading Optimus. So we helped stabilize the price for a little while, but and it worked out really well. Like we all got some pretty good amounts of extra Optimus out of it. So it was kind of neat and a fun little experiment. Then they put their own bot things on it to stop it from happening. So Wombat, okay, yeah, I should pull that up on the DEX, on my DEX, so I can pull the numbers I need. So when you're doing this, when you're setting one up, sometimes you need to actually add tokens. So in this case, I'm doing, as you can see, WOM and BUSD. So WOM BUSD, and when you pull it up,
I went ahead and put that in private chat for you if you need it.
I actually just pulled it up. I'm fine. But if you want to maybe point them out and talk to them about what we're pulling from here to help show it uses it. Does it work on any pair? So maybe you want to talk to that while I get my bot set up.
So, yes and no. It'll work on any non-taxed pair. However, that being said, that also does not mean that it's not a gas rug. A big
I guess
part
I
of
should.
what you want to do, like anything in the crypto space, is do your own research. You know, check into it first. Go to one of the honeypot detectors, first of all, and then you check. Like, let's see here. So
I'm just bouncing to mine so I can. Oh, you're going to show something. Okay, there you go. I won't share mine yet then.
you're good.
Okay, we'll come back to your
So
thing then
now
in a
just
second. So,
take the Wombat
oh,
token.
hang on. Go back to yours. So yeah, so you put your token in there to make sure it's not a honeypot.
Which I already know Wombat's not, but again, just because it says 0 buy 0 sell does not mean it's not a gas rug. Always do a test sell of like $5, because there are sometimes tokens that if you pull it up, let's see if I can find one. I can probably pick one out pretty easily. Like fucking Space Chickenzilla. Guarantee this is a. So we'll copy this. First things first, go right to the contract. As this loads, we'll go to the recontract tab. Is excluded from fee so they can whitelist people. Swap router, that's always a good one too. All right, well, this one doesn't have any red flags right away, but I can almost guarantee that it is a gas rug, which would mean you go into here. No, look at that. It might not be an actual gas rug.
Might be a real token. What?
It might be a real token. Doesn't mean it's any good, but
Yeah.
so if it was a gas rug, there would be a interacted with, and would be a self-destruct sequence. So pretty much you're buying the tokens, you're giving them the money, and then they're giving you the tokens and burning them. So you can't turn around and sell them. That happens quite frequently. That's why I say you should always go to Dex Screener, or not Dex Screener, Dex Caliber, and do a $5 or $10 transfer. Make sure you can sell back and forth.
Nice. All right, so I'll pull up this one. So what we're going to do here is he showed me that I pulled up the chart on my other screen, so I won't be able to show that. But in order to start trading them, you need to add the token. So right now, that's the only trade I've done with this whole setup when I set up my VPS. So first thing I have to do is add my tokens. So the first one is the WOM one, which I add, and then I add the BUSD. BUSD. And what I need to do is go to Dexcalibur, so I can actually trade on here. Well, actually, sorry, I'm in the settings, but slippage is low. There we go. So over to Dexcalibur. And now those tokens that I've added are going to show up here. Nope. Theoretically. I need to reload, I guess. What the? What am I doing here?
Okay,
Gotcha.
so
Good.
Pancake swap. Yeah.
And yeah, so just so you guys know, these are all the dexes that you can use with this. So as you can see, it's well stocked. And in this case, I picked Pancake Swap, so we're just going to pick it again just because. Excalibur. There we go. So I need some BNB traded for some BUSD. And just for argument's sake, we're going to do 250. Nope.
Got to do like 251 for the gas fees.
Yeah, exactly. 251. And there we go. Close enough.
Close enough.
And confirm. All right, so now we've got what we need to start with, and we have some gas obviously left over of 0.17, which is more than enough. So we're going to go to our grid, and then we'll revisit this next week. But basically, we will start with WOM. So you always put the token that you're trading on the left, and the one that you're taking profits in on the right. So in this case, we're taking profits on a stable coin. That is often a safer thing to do. And then you approve the contract that you don't have approved already. That way you can start trading it. You enter in your amount. I thought there was a max. Oh, hang on, I can hear here, can I? I thought there was a max button before. And what are we suggesting for some uppers and lowers?
Let me pull it up real quick for you. Sorry about that. I was still bewildered that Space Chicken, whatever it is, was real.
Should we be trying that for fun? Nice G-Gen play?
No.
Just teasing.
Alrighty. So I'd say probably 0.1553 for a lower.
Do you want to stick lines on your chart, and then we'll go back to your chart after we start it?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
So and sorry, was that the upper?
Horizontal.
Oh, that's the lower, isn't it?
Lower, yep. Boom. And then we'll go with a high of 0.1850, I'd say. So we're going to be running it close.
And then max at 7, I guess. So it usually is pretty good at telling you what your max should be so that you don't wreck yourself. But we'll take a look at this first and double check. So profit per good, $35. The movement's pretty tight, yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're good with that.
Yeah, looks good.
So what this will do is create a transaction based on where it is on the grid. So we're kind of mid-grid, I guess, sort of.
Here, I'll show you in 1 second exactly how I did it.
Yeah, no worries. And then, and what you'll see now is in my wallet, I will have, when it wants, problem with the VPS, so slow. So now basically, I still had an XRP left. Oh, import.
Yeah. One thing to remember is when you go to sell with Alchemy Trades, it cannot sell 100%.
Yeah. No, I forgot about that too. Import token. So I'm just going to import this WOM token. And there we are. So going back to here, you can see that. So I had $250-ish. So we've already bought that 100 or 150 with it. And then what it'll do is if the price goes down at all, it will buy more. And if it goes up, it'll start selling. So it goes in a grid. Later on, we will see the grids, and technically you can draw now, but later on, you'll actually see where your grids are throughout here. You can see that it tells you at least it's going to go, when it grids up, it's going to be 1.7222, so around there. And if it does that, it'll process a sell for one of the lower buys it took. And then if it goes down to 1.63, so somewhere around there, it'll do another buy because it's already kind of bought in for a few spots. So yeah, so we'll stop sharing that. We'll go back over to you. And there's the line. So this shows you, you might have to zoom in a bit on the stream, but.
Like that, or
what's that? Yeah, that looks
like
good.
that. Or,
yeah, probably good. And
so this is
your. I'm assuming this Optimus fork that you're talking about, P, is the Megatron. Was anybody buying that? I don't think anybody would have probably messed with it.
No.
Yeah.
No, if they forked OPT's.
Yeah, that's right. That's
contract,
the problem. OPT ended up implementing a bot measure to stop bots. And to be honest, I don't think any of us were very whelmed about a second Optimus fork because, well, Optimus is where it is. Not to say that it can't come back from the dead. They're trying to do things, and I appreciate that, but I don't think any of us are eager to start trading it. Oh, you just found Megatron? Yeah, it's been out for a bit now. I haven't really looked at it, to be honest with you, because I had no desires for tokens for a little while, other than this kind of stuff. Sorry, did you want to explain that at all? You might even need to.
Nope. I was just looking at our outline for this week. Let's see where we're at.
Any questions you guys had? Does it work with a ledger? So no, that's one thing that they cannot implement in this, because we are trading on dexes, and you'd have to sit by your computer and hit accept every single time it wanted to pass a trade. So you do have to be a little bit less secure. That said, again, you're dealing in dexes, you're dealing with tokens, hopefully, when you're doing it. And you could just do a fresh wallet. That's what a lot of us do. Like this one I have in my VPS, it's a brand new wallet I opened up, my own new key of all that stuff. So there's really limited chance for anything to happen. So yeah. And then, so next week we'll start the whole thing off with a fresh install of the software, in case because some people did ask for that last time. And so I apologize. We kind of weren't prepared for that, and I should have been. So we'll have everything set up and ready to go for that. So we can just go straight into that when we get started. And then obviously go through any questions you guys have for the hour-ish that we stick together. We've gone longer when we're busy with questions. We're happy to keep going. Today I do have to probably cut it out in an hour. So if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to bounce them in here. And you said you were looking at our bullet points that we had for ourselves. Anything else we wanted to get into? Oh, did you have any updates for? Did you want to talk about the market at all? We kind of went through a little bit of a thing.
Kind of went through it. I just want to caution people. This is pretty much the definition of a bull trap. I mean, we said it last time we got a spike. As you can see, it jumps and then it goes down, jumps, go down. This one is probably going to be one of the worst, they're saying, just from because of everything going on. Yeah. We're pretty much at the precipice. We're either going to go up or we're going to hit rock bottom at this point.
Yeah.
I would suggest probably starting to look into getting most of your stuff not in stables over into a stable. That being said, I'm not, this is not financial advice by any means. But we just like trying to look out for everybody. I see a lot of turbulence coming, and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm moving to the safer side of things until everything kind of cools down.
Yep.
And as far as a timeline for V5,
that was on our list. Thank you, Toro, but we were getting to that.
Yeah. I can't give any specifics. I can say that they are still planning probably within the next 2 to 3 months.
Okay, so it still is a little ways out, because they're rebuilding it almost from scratch, I guess, really, with this,
Yeah. I can't remember. Funny, does Honey have taxes on it? I got in that like right when it first came out and made a lot of money off of it, but I can't remember if it has taxes. That's fun. I know.
No tax. Oh, geez, look at that little chart.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Showing the update screen. That is a question for you while you have your bot up.
What's that? Oh, the information on the update screen, sorry.
Yeah.
There are buttons, but only end bot is enabled. Oh, okay. Let me go back over there. And yeah, I don't know if I'd again jump in that run up with Honey. That's quite the jump.
Yeah, it is.
We'll come back to your screen there in a second. I will go back to the bot Windows. Sorry, he was asking about the update screen. So basically, I just went to this to take a screenshot. So this just goes through your pair, goes through your grid range, how many grids you have, and you're starting in starting, and then your starting total. So this I wanted to look at to make sure how much money I started with. The nice thing, this one's separate this time. It's not the last one I did was trading a gas pair, which makes it harder to know how much I actually make or not. But so later on, these will be active, but you can't add funds into it right now. It's just something they were planning on adding. And now with V5 coming, it's doing a whole lot more than that. And this, what it was doing back when we used to be able to see our realized gains, is you could release the funds that are locked in, because when you realize a gain, you actually take it out of the trading bot sort of and put it in profits. So sometimes you can release it. Their plan is, again, at some point to be able to compound that stuff and let it continue inside the bot going forward. And then obviously NBot just shuts it down. So hopefully that answers your question. Back over here, and I will go back to your screen.
That is correct, Crypto. As of right now, this is spot trading, pretty much just in grid form. They are planning later on. I don't remember if he said whether or not it's going to be a plugin or an add-on. Difference being one we pay for, one you don't. Either way, he is planning to implement the ability to do longs and shorts, which is going to be phenomenal. I'd suggest that we could do leverage as well. He was looking into the different perps, the perpetuals through like PCS and stuff like that. One issue we might run into with all of that is restrictions.
Yeah. Because if you're depending on where you're running it, and if you have to put in a VPS or a VPN and all that stuff, it just gets all a little bit messy.
But this is Grizzly. It's actually looking interesting here. I would wait on this, like someone else had said there, like P said. Personally, I would wait because it's probably going to hit the 75 mark and then drop. And when I'm grid trading, I tend to like to jump in between 50 and 40 on the RSI. That's just me. Other people have different indicators, but I've been having really good luck. Like anytime here, either these 2 points, I would have jumped in. Definitely would have stayed in, knowing that once it hits below, it's going to jump back up. This is where you're making your money. You're buying down
as it goes down,
and right here you make a bunch of money. So you're in profit here, and then you're buying even more coming down, so that when you get this big spike, it just keeps growing. Every time it goes up, you get more. Every time it comes down, it buys more of the token. Right now, I'd hold off. Watch this RSI, wait for it to come back down a little bit.
Yep. Cool. And guys, and thank you for those who are sticking around. It looks like a few of you have been had about 10 of you in here most of the time, and some regulars and some newbies. So I appreciate that. Basically the whole idea of this, as I mentioned, I think from the start, but just in case you guys weren't here, it's just to have some fun, go through some information. Hidden does know some great chart stuff, so it's fun to kind of go through that. And then obviously we spend a little time with Alchemy Trade stuff. And other than that, we're kind of open to whatever. A little bit of market talk, a little bit of projects. Yeah, we have no issues going through them. Usually I'm in a whole bunch of Discords, so I sometimes have a little bit of information on everything, which is always fun. So take a look at the MACD.
That's on
okay.
15.
Yes, that's
I'd probably look at. Yeah, that is massive, actually. For the grid bots, another thing I tend to try and stay, either in 15 or 30 minute marks on the chart, just because you want to see if there's any real volatility with it. Sometimes the charts look like it's bouncing like crazy, and then you zoom in and it's not.
Yeah,
this one's moving pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's with this one. Really, what you want is sideways trading stuff that's going up and down. And if you put enough money in it, you can create quite a few grids so that you're buy, or sorry, buy as it goes down, and then sell, and then buy, and sell. Cake was always a great one for that because it was going pretty darn sideways a few months ago. We all did very well using that one. So, can you adjust the strat on the go? Unfortunately, not right now. But V5 again, the V5, like I say, that's why V5 is taking so long. It's pretty much a brand new. Uses all the stuff they did, but they pretty much wrecked it and started from fresh.
A good portion of the time taken was Alchemy pretty much redoing the entire structure of the bot, because they have a list so long, it's incredible, of the different things they want to do with the bot in general. And in order to do 90% of what they wanted to do, or want to do rather, they had to restructure the bot itself. So it's pretty much like they started from the ground up again with V5 after V4. So it's going to be great.
Strategies for closing out your bot. So obviously you want to be in profit. You can kind of stop at any time you want, but it also go. How long was there not a time frame where you kind of got problems? Was that still happening now?
Nope.
Okay, so you can kind of let it go for whenever. So there's really no. Unless you feel there's going to be a big drop in the market, obviously that's a great time to stop it, but it's always taking profits. So sometimes you have to restart it because the profits are all taken out. I think like it's kind of gone go far with it.
So for an example, if we were running this and we had a top grid line of $23 even, we'd have to restart the bot because it's broken. It's outside of the.
So it ended up selling all your tokens at that point, which is great. You got some profit, but if you still felt it was going to carry on and carry at that larger bracket, you'd have to set a new high and low and restart the bot from start. So that's the kind of things you have to think about. That's why it's so nice if you can find things like Cake was for a while. It would go a whole week staying within your parameters oftentimes. And the more money you put in, the higher, the bigger your gap you can put, so it can kind of carry on even if there is a bump up, if it bumps up to a different kind of steady grid level or not.
And then V5, once again, going back to V5 and how it's going to be a completely different animal. There's plans. I'm not sure if it's going to be implemented right away. You can change on the go. You can change your parameters. You can, I believe, also, there's going to be a compounding function if you want to do it that way. And take profit percentages as well. So it'll stop your bot at a certain percent.
Which is cool because we've had days where a few of us did like 1% a day for a while. So it does all right. It's hard because you can sometimes get wrecked too. But
Polygon Matic, ETH Matic, which one? I'm guessing Polygon probably. Yeah. I believe it's the same thing. It's a pain in the ass with the W Matic and ETH Matic.
Matic USDC was saying, switch to what you got. Yeah, see, that one's trading quite nicely over the last few days.
15-minute mark. What's that? $1 down to 97 cents. Yeah, you throw $500 at this, you'd be going for a while.
Yeah. And we'll build up mine and do some funner things and stuff with it. I just want to build it up right now and have some fun. And like I said, show you guys something consistent as we do these every week. But yeah, it's Matic's always a good one too. The problem is it's Polygon's more the pain in the butt because of gas inconsistencies, really. So what are the bots you play with?
That is beautiful.
Yeah, look at it just fly up and down.
Sorry.
Good call. No, that's okay. So for myself, I actually have played with Astrobits. I'm going to set mine back up again. I have to play around with some things. I was having some issues with it back in December, and I just sort of got out of it for a tiny little bit. So I do want to get back into that one, and definitely would be happy to show that one off here and go through some stuff with that. Like I said, we're not exclusive. We're here to just have fun and educate. Obviously, when Alchemy and Serge and any of the guys are on from the team, we'd like to give them a platform, and people do come to see them as well. So we go through more stuff with them. But when it's just Hidden and I, we're kind of flexible. Anything that you play with, Hidden?
Other than trying to get my trade and view strategies automated, not really. I'm having one hell of a time with Wonderbit or Wonder Trading, not Wonderbit. I was looking at the Astrobit stuff. However, after owning Alchemy trades, where I paid the one time up front,
Yeah.
I don't understand the subscription based stuff. Because you automatically every month to start every month you're at a loss already, and I just don't. For me, I don't understand it.
And good and bad. So I did, like I said, I did have it and it did well for me. And the nice thing is I didn't necessarily have to be as involved as I do. So there's, like I say, there's goods and bads. I try never to be totally one-sided on anything, but that's sort of my thought is I enjoyed having that one go, and every day I'd kind of come in and have a peek and be like, oh, hey, it's up and whatever. So it's definitely helpful in that. And it's a different strategy too, right? So diversifying my investments, I enjoyed using that one because of that fact that it kind of spread out my risk by having different investments. But you're right. You are looking at a monthly fee. So you have to you have to have enough money in the bot to make sure it's worthwhile. So. And when I first start my bot, the graph takes a long time to get to the current date.
So that's actually a visual glitch.
Yeah.
When you start your bot, Dr. Lee, if you just click on the grid and pull it to your left, it'll take you right to current date.
There we go. And those are definitely features we are very excited about.
Yes.
So I agree with you. Yeah, there's a lot of things coming, and there's more than even what we mentioned here. They've got quite the list. I can't remember if do you know where it is on the Discord? Because I was going to pull it up, and I'm like, I haven't been in the Discord enough lately because I'm everywhere right now.
I don't remember if they took it down. I know we did have like a section for people to tell us what they want on it.
Gotcha.
The suggestions tab.
Yeah. But we'll have, and again, we'll have Surge or May or Alchemy on here at some point, and we can definitely go through some of that stuff. They come on every so often, so.
Yeah.
Seven Pint Wonder, are you still around? I just saw you sent me a comment when I'm in the thing. I wonder if you were that long-winded one on the AMA. Anything else you guys have for questions? I don't want to keep it too long. We are coming up on the 60-minute mark, and I do have a few things I need to do tonight for videos and stuff. But if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to field them before we go anywhere. And I do appreciate you guys coming. Like I said, we've gotten a little bit of a group here. It's growing bit by bit, so I do appreciate the time you guys spend with us. If there's content you guys want to see, don't hesitate to DM me on Discord. Just let me know where. Like, the one thing I hate is when people try and DM me or they do a friend request blindly. Just make sure you at me before you do it if I don't know who you are. But yeah, I have no issue with that, and we can add some things to the agenda that we want to go through. We just want to add value, right? So.
Yep.
Anything else you wanted to say, Hidden?
No, you pretty much nailed it. I'm gonna personally be working and trying to get Alchemy or Surge, one of those two on. I think Surge is busy at the moment, but I definitely want to get them on again. They'll know exactly what they can and cannot say as far as what's coming in V5 and when.
Gotcha. Yeah, we kind of
trying not to get in trouble here.
I should do. Freaking time is the biggest problem. Hey, Harmac, thanks for joining. I appreciate the plug. I don't know if I ever want to be a president or prime minister because they really can't do anything they say they want to do. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys did want to, and if I had time, I'd put chapters into this event. At some point, I'm going to hire somebody to do that kind of stuff, just because it's just time is really hard. Because I know one of the ones we were in, Serge Alchemy was there and did go through some of the features. So it would be nice if you guys, if we told you at this, hey, look at number 4 and take a look at the chapters. It's there. So yeah, because then we could definitely pull your attention there and stuff, which is nice. Thank you for your attention to detail in your videos and ideas and passive. Yeah, thank you so much, X Cheeseburger. I try trying to make a difference in this space, as I think a lot of us are trying to, and just using what I can to do that. So And yes, Armac, you always make a grand entrance. Look at that. You get 2 plugs today. Thank you, Dr. Lee. Yeah, like I said, whatever you guys want, we're happy to evolve this. I've repeated it a few times. Sorry, I won't repeat it again. Because yeah, I enjoy doing some of this stuff in these live ones. I'd like to keep doing this consistently, regardless of how slow or fast it gets at times, only because consistency kind of helps. And as long as Hidden's willing to do it, I like having company here, because doing this by myself would be a little bit, in my opinion, boring. I'm sure you guys too. But as we grow, I'm sure questions will come more often and all that stuff. So I appreciate those who do come regularly. I appreciate the new people that came in. And if you do decide to join us, it's basically every Monday night at 9 Eastern. I usually post it a day or two before, so you can hit the bell notification. And if you are in Alchemy Trades Discord, which I believe is already added in the description, then you can come by and see them. And they do post it in there as an event as well, so that you know when it's happening. So we do miss the one here and there, like over the holidays, but other than that, we try and be consistent with it all. So, I'm just going to quickly see if there's anything happening on the bot, but probably, it's dropped a bit. So actually, no, I think it went up and dropped back down. I wonder if it did any buys and sells. Can we see that? I have to go on the contract, don't I? Now, or on there's no way to see it in,
you can do either BSC scan or
yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
On DBank. A lot of people are using DBank, but problem using the 2 different ones is the prices are going to show 2 different prices.
Oh yeah, true. It looks like maybe nothing happened, but I'll just take a quick peek while we're here. Oh, what did I want to do? I want to go to view assets on Explorer, and then I need my wallet address. Sorry, just checking quickly, and then we'll leave. Anything you want to say, Hidden, while I'm playing here for a second?
Nope. I just want to say thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. I have fun doing this, and I hope everybody at least gets something out of it, even if it's just laughing at us.
Definitely no issue if you're laughing at us. So yeah, no sales happened yet on it, but it did move around a tiny little bit, I think, but we'll see. So it's got to break a grid, because I think we have 7 in that one. So yeah, so it probably didn't break one, but it had a little bit of action there. So yeah, thanks so much, guys. We'll leave it at that. And other than that, I'm trying to think if I have anything crazy coming up soon. I have a couple of videos coming out, but I'm sure if you do have a chance, I guess that's the one thing I should say is if you do have a chance and you're not already, please subscribe and like the video to help bring some attention to it. The replay will be available if you came in halfway through. And yeah, thanks so much, and have yourselves a great night.